Hey, April. It's been a while. I can't believe I'm messaging you. Reuniting is just so exciting. Oh, wait a second. It can't be. Kelly? You're living in San Diego now, aren't you? I'm so happy I finally found you. It's been so long. What do you mean by finally finding me? Oh, I think you misunderstood me. I wasn't being creepy and actually trying to look for you this whole time. It was just a coincidence that you happened to move into the same neighborhood as me. Isn't that funny? Wait a second. You live here too? I was walking around our cute little neighborhood and then I happened to see you from across the street. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was really you moving in. I felt so nostalgic seeing you, so I just had to send you a text to see what you've been up to these days. I see. I guess that makes sense. It can't be helped, since it really was a coincidence. I'm assuming that you messaged me to break the tension early then, considering that we have a complicated past. After all, you stole my husband from me 5 years ago and ran away with him. I knew it. I suppose you're still mad at me, right? Well, of course I am. Who wouldn't be? My daughter and I suffered a lot from what you did. You did such a horrible thing to me, even though we were best friends. You took my husband, stole my friends, and completely betrayed me. I should be giving you a piece of my mind right now instead of casually talking to you like this. You're a sick person. But this all happened 5 years ago. Why are you still holding a grudge? I really don't understand people like you. Let loose a little. I seriously thought your anger would have disappeared by now, but I guess I was completely wrong. Plus, we have already broken up, so why are you still mad? What? After everything that happened, you guys decided to break up? I just don't get it. You were obsessed with him and stole him from me. You both ran away together because you were so in love. You wanted a whole life together and went through so much effort while I suffered. Then you just break up? Yes, I know that. But I have my reasons. Just let me explain, okay? David got fired from his job and wasn't making any money. I certainly didn't want to have to work and make all of our money. You know me. I want a relationship where the husband does all the money making and I sit at home relaxing in our expensive house. Once he lost his job, I lost interest. That's how it works. Plus, I recently have been fooling around with some coworkers. So you're having an affair with your coworkers? No, of course not. His coworkers. Did you read what I wrote? I don't want to work. Oh, even worse. I might have guessed. Anyway, why are you complaining and telling me all this? I also think you're really cold-hearted for how you're treating him. He lost his job and your first thought is to cheat on him? Then break up with him? Hey, don't call me cold-hearted. That's so mean. I don't want to hear those words from someone who remarried so quickly either. What? How do you know that? Today, when I saw you, you were with some other man. I figured that it had to be your new husband. Am I right? Why are you so interested in my life to the point where you're watching who I interact with? Anyway, you must have some good vision to see that. I'm not interested like that. Stop making this sound creepier than it is. I just so happen to have 20/20 vision. Anyway, if that was your new husband, I noticed he was wearing a nice suit. He was also wearing a super expensive watch. He looks like he's loaded with cash. I don't get how you were able to see all that, even if you have perfect vision. It was just so interesting that I had to get a better look. I didn't want to startle you, so I didn't say anything, but I did walk over where you guys were. Living a remarried and successful life must be wonderful. Okay, now you're really sounding like a stalker. Who does that? Instead of saying something, you followed me and spied on me quietly? Just stop, you're freaking me out now. And yeah, I am living a good life right now with a new guy. This all has nothing to do with you, and it's none of your business. I'm still angry with you and what you did to me in the past. It may have been 5 years ago, but I had to work through so much trauma. Don't contact me ever again. What? Come on now. I only wanted to talk. Let's just forget the past for a little while. You're still giving me the cold shoulder even though we have just reunited. Things are different now. Of course I'm giving you the cold shoulder. I have every right to do so. You weren't the victim, so you wouldn't understand how I feel. You were so awful to me. Anyway, goodbye. Oh, and if you see my daughter and me in public or in the neighborhood, please don't talk to us. We are nothing but strangers. Got that?
Hey, April. It's been a while since we've talked. So, how are you?
What the? Why are you messaging me?
You must be surprised since I'm contacting you out of the blue. But I just wanted to let you know that I've realized something important recently. Kelly isn't the love of my life. You are. I miss Rochelle and I regret leaving you behind 5 years ago. After everything I put you through, now might not be the best time to ask this. But, would you like to move in with me?
Oh my god, it's just one thing after the other. What's with all this bad luck today? What did I do to deserve this?
What?
Just a little while ago, Kelly was messaging me too. Now my ex-husband who abandoned me 5 years ago is messaging me right after I finally got rid of Kelly. Today is just not my day.
Wait, what? Kelly was messaging you?
Yep, that's right. I moved into the same neighborhood as her apparently. All I wanted to do was live a new peaceful life here. Anyway, after she saw me moving in, she contacted me, talking about wanting to reunite.
Really? That's great. I need your help, April. I really need to talk to Kelly. First, where was the place she saw you from? Maybe I can try and find her there in the future. Please tell me everything you know.
What's going on? Did something happen?
She just dumped me. Since I lost my job, she left me.
Oh yeah, that's right. Kelly was telling me about all that. She said that since you're not making any more money, she has no interest in you.
Wait, she said that? All she cared about this whole time was my money? She never really loved me? I can't believe this.
Yeah, it seems like she was nothing but a gold digger.
Well, it all makes sense now. After we broke up, she did something strange. She stole money out of my savings account. On top of that, I tried contacting our daughter about all this, but she's ignoring me.
Why would you try contacting... Wait. What? You and Kelly have a daughter as well?
Yeah, that's right. The both of them are really close, so she's probably with Kelly right now. I haven't been able to get a hold of either of them.
This all seems really complicated, but what does this have to do with me?
It's because you're the first person I happen to think of. I thought that maybe if you move back in with me, my daughter will have another mother to come home to. It might make her feel better about the situation, and she would love to meet Rochelle and have a sister. It will all convince her to come back home to me. I also think we can start a new family, too. How does giving them a little brother sound?
I think that it all sounds ridiculous. What the hell are you even saying?
But I guess since Kelly is living nearby, it might complicate things, knowing our past. What if my daughter doesn't accept you and wants to stay with Kelly? My mind is going crazy right now. Will you just please try and contact Kelly for me?
I don't really want to do that. Plus, you sound crazy right now. You need to calm down. I also don't want to move back in with you or live with you. This is all none of my business. I don't want to be in the middle of your argument. Stop contacting me and involving me in this nonsense. Hey, April. What did you do? It had to have been you. You told David where I was, didn't you? It's all because of you. Now he knows my whereabouts. It will be harder to get away from him now. I decided to tell him later where you were because it seemed like you really needed to discuss something with you. He was also begging me to move back in with him and acting crazy. There's no way he said that. Come on now. Your connection to him ended years ago. He hasn't thought twice about you. Trust me. Anyway, I have a new man now. We've decided to get married. What? You're already getting married again? Don't you need to divorce David first? Yep, that's right. And I'll worry about the divorce process later. But this was all thanks to you that I was able to meet the new love of my life. Wow, you have strange taste in men. What do you mean by that? Let's see. You like to marry men who only have money, you're into men who already have a family, and you like men who willingly cheat on their wives and then abandon them. I wonder where you found this guy. But I guess this guy must have a strange taste too, since he's into someone like you. What? You shouldn't be insulting me, you know. Gosh, you're about to be so embarrassed. You can't even face your husband anymore, so don't say things like that to me, got it? And don't you dare make fun of me again. Wait, what are you talking about? Why did you say I'd be embarrassed and that I can't even face my husband anymore? I just can't wait to tell you who I'm getting married to. It's your new husband, Simon. Even though he's your new husband, he seems super into me. He even wanted to leave you and get married to me right away. What? I just couldn't forget the man I saw you with before, so I tracked him down. Unfortunately, it looks like I stole your man from you once again. Sorry. Anyway, he's super excited about our wedding. I guess in the end, I'm just way more attractive than you. What the hell are you saying? Even though we just met, he wanted to marry right away. It was love at first sight. I'm so good looking that he couldn't resist me. He recently proposed, and the ring was huge. Please come to our wedding. You can be my maid of honor. It will be so much fun. How dare you? You're sick and need help. How can you live with yourself doing this to someone? Ugh. So he's having an affair with you, huh? Knowing what kind of man he is, do you still want to marry him? He's the type to clearly cheat. Yeah, I don't care. Sorry for stealing your husband again. It's funny how life works, huh? I'm just too beautiful and good looking. Things like this just happen. Anyway, I'm sorry for your loss, April. Wow, you sure do compliment yourself often. You may have good looks, but I guess that makes up for your lack of intelligence. Oh, did you just insult me? How cute. Your man in his wonderful suit and fancy watch is all mine. So, please know your place. I honestly can't stop laughing at your poor situation. I really pity you. Honestly, people like you are the lowest of the low. People like you feed off of others' sadness to get satisfaction, and it's disgusting. You did all this to me after seeing me in the neighborhood once. You used to be my best friend. We had our kids at the same time and bonded over them. Little did I know that you would leave your husband and steal mine. It's sad that you turned out this way. Hurting other people is the only way you can feel better about yourself. Jeez, that was harsh. Don't say things like that. You were the one who approached me first and wanted to be friends, so don't act like this was all my fault. But it's also thanks to you that I keep meeting wonderful people. What? Do you really not have a conscience? Since I grew up lonely, all by myself, I didn't have any confidence. But then I met you later in life, and then you introduced me to David. I became confident, and David and I eventually had a daughter. Did you know that if you have a kid with someone, you can lock them in forever and take their money? It's wonderful. Simon and I have also talked about having a baby already. He really wants to have a baby with me. I bet he does. He loves my daughter so much, he always says he wants to have another one. I really can't believe this is happening again. I was always afraid this would happen again if I started seeing someone new. I knew that somehow you'd come out of nowhere and steal him. I guess you're the type of person who will be living a single life forever. Now I get to be rich with my new husband and live an easy life. Again, so sorry for your loss. Oh, but I should tell you a little something about Simon. He's unemployed. What? Hey, Kelly, I guess you really like my sense of style since I bought that suit for him. You stole my husband once and then you steal my new husband. I guess I give you props for that, so please do what you like. Even though he's unemployed, broke, and unfaithful, I hope you enjoy him. I don't care to see him ever again.
Wait, hold on a second. He's unemployed?
Yes, he's jobless and has no money. His name-branded suit and watch really make him look good, huh? I bought it all for him, and yet he acts like he bought it for himself. Oh, and he never plans on finding a job. If you like that type of man, then congratulations!
What? Unemployed? Doesn't plan on finding a job? Why are you suddenly saying all these strange things? I'm so confused.
I'm not saying anything weird. I also don't get why you're so confused. I'm only trying to tell you about him since you both are so in love. Oh, I almost forgot. Simon actually had a huge business project, but it failed. He lost all his money, so I was taking care of him.
Wait, he failed?
From the start, it was his idea, so it was all his fault. He worked for a big company too, so it was embarrassing. This all happened a couple of years ago, and he became super dependent on me for money. He has absolutely no talent for anything, and he was known as a failure.
What? That can't be true.
Even though he was a failure, I still liked him and took him in. But Simon still has a lot of pride. He thinks he's too good for any but the biggest companies, like the one he used to work at. He won't ever work again.
What? But then why does he wear a brand name suit and an expensive watch? He made it seem like he bought it. He even took me out to dinner.
It was an amazing and expensive dinner too. Like I said, he has a lot of pride. He would never admit that I bought him that stuff. Even though he doesn't work, he likes to make it seem like he does. That's how he pulls you in. He's all about presentation. He probably used the money I gave him to buy you that dinner.
What? The money you gave him?
He acts independent, but in reality, he relies on other people for money. He talks a lot about how boring working for a company was as well. I think he's gotten a taste for being a bum now. I don't know if he'll ever be useful again. To be honest, I never really thought too much about what he's been saying. I make enough money, so I don't mind always helping him. In the end, I guess I just felt bad for him. I'm successful at the company I'm currently working at, so money has never been an issue for me. I'm living a pretty good life. It's kind of why I can't believe he's having an affair. I have money, and he was completely reliant on me. But, you know, how much money did he lose on the project he was working on? Is he in debt? There's just no way that this is the same man I saw talking to you that day. Anyway, since he worked for such a big company at one point, he has to have a bunch of money in his savings account, right? Savings? He has none. I pay for everything. Even our nice apartment.
What?
Also, since he was the only one working on that project, he had to take out a loan. Since I was helping him, I signed the loan in my name. He's been nothing but pain now that I think about it. I'm fine with you taking over now. He's all yours.
What? Is this all really true?
Oh, and do you still want my other husband, David? You can have both of them if you want. They are both horrible and unemployed anyway. My daughter might be upset though. She did like Simon and his daughter. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that Simon is a father. He has a daughter, but you mentioned having a baby with him too. Wow, you're going to have a lot of kids to take care of by yourself since you will be the only one working.
No, this can't be happening to me. I can't imagine what my everyday life is going to be like. I'm supposed to be rich.
It looks like you're going to have to work every single day to support your husband and kids. Possibly even weekends. Nights, too.
I don't want to live like that.
Well, I have to get going. I wish you and Simon happiness.
Hey, April. Please hear me out on something. So, Kelly came back home begging for forgiveness. I can't believe she really wants to make up with me after everything she did.
How interesting.
I heard about your recent conversation with Kelly. I found out she stole your new husband. She thought that he was rich or something, but turns out he's jobless and completely broke.
Yep, that's right.
It looked like he was wearing name-branded clothes and had a fancy watch on, but I guess it was all for show. When I first heard about your husband, I thought he was super successful. Then I heard you had another daughter, so I knew you had remarried and had a family with him. But you really turned this whole situation around on Kelly. It's his daughter, not yours. So, now she has to take care of another kid and her husband. That's got to be tough for her. Her dream was to be rich after all.
Yep, you're right on the mark. It's funny how quickly this kind of gossip spreads. You know a lot, but I'm actually starting to enjoy this.
Anyway, April, there's something I was wondering about. Since you're all by yourself now, aren't you lonely? You should move back in with me. Isn't this where we make up with one another and fall in love all over again?
What are you saying?
Well, my daughter needs a safe place to come home to. You can be a mother to her, and I'm sure your daughter will get along with her too. It will be perfect. I can see a wonderful and happy future for us. So please, come and move in with me. I bet I can make you fall in love with me all over again.
I am not falling for this. There is no way in hell that I'm getting back together with someone like you. Do not contact me again.
Please don't do that. I can see us having a family together. We can start a friendship with our daughters and have a baby of our own. Won't you get lonely all by yourself? My daughter will be so sad about my and Kelly's situation. You can help make things better. Just please consider it. We will be so happy.
What are you even going on about? I don't even care about your kid. The last time you even saw Rochelle was when she was 3 years old. It's been 5 years now and she's in elementary school. She doesn't even remember you except as the deadbeat who ran off when she was a toddler. Why would either of us ever take back the guy who abandoned us? I also barely remember your face. I forgot about you and completely got over you.
I have a reason for asking you all this. I can't be a single father.
I don't care if you're going to be a single father. When you left me, I was alone taking care of our daughter. I don't ever want to meet with you or see your kid. Also, you're 2 years behind on child support, so spare me any stories about how much you love your children.
Oh, yeah. I just forgot. Please forgive me.
I wonder if your daughter even remembers your face. Actually, let me ask her. As I thought, she doesn't. She also said she doesn't want to see you.
What? She said that? No way.
Even though she's still a child, I guess she has some good judgment. I'm sorry. It must be hard to hear your daughter saying that about you. But all this was your fault in the first place.
Hold on. This can't be happening. How did she forget what I looked like? I'm her father. I just don't understand.
You were nothing close to being a father, that's why. You left and I got remarried. You didn't even come visit Rochelle even once. No play dates or anything. You cut off all contact for 5 years and disappeared with Kelly. Gosh, isn't this conversation lovely?
You're kidding. This is not happening right now. She should remember me. This is all your fault for getting remarried. She remembers her new father's face and not mine. That's the real issue here. Ugh, this is all just great.
I wouldn't have had to get remarried if you didn't leave. You are being ridiculous blaming all this on me. I was actually kind of sad telling you how our daughter thinks of you, but now I don't care. It is what it is, and it's your fault.
No, just stop. I'm her dad.
This is your reward for abandoning us.
Even though I loved her with all my heart, I can't believe she said that.
And are you joking? Loved her with all your heart? I don't think you loved her at all. You are completely shameless for saying all this. It's laughable. You are completely unnecessary to our lives at this point. Now hurry up and disappear again. We don't need you. We don't care to ever see you again. Hey, April. What in the world did you tell your husband? Huh? Which one are we talking about? It's your fault for stealing both my husbands. Gosh, it's gotten to the point where I don't even know which one we are talking about. I'm talking about Simon. Your recent unemployed husband? Why is he so persistent? I told him several times that I wanted to break up since he was jobless, but he's not listening to me. He won't leave me no matter what I do. He's crazy. As I said, he has a lot of pride. There's no way he will let you break up with him. You're stuck with him until he decides what he wants to do. He acts like a child and makes a mess. He's annoying. It's like I have another kid around the house. I can't believe this. What the hell is wrong with him? Why is this happening to me? As usual, he's acting like a child. I'm so glad he's out of my life. Karma is so sweet.
And he was the one who wanted to get married and have a baby. He's the child here. He also told me that he would stay home and take care of the baby while I go out and make us money. It's so unbelievable. I just want to kick him out, but he won't leave.
Oh, but isn't that good?
How is anything about this good? What's wrong with you? I don't want to be the one that has to work. I wanted to live a rich and elegant life. I didn't want to work at all.
I mean, it's good to have someone at home to take care of the kids while you work. You guys are kind of the same now that I think about it. It's kind of funny. Also, you shouldn't say you don't want to work when you have kids to take care of. That's not very responsible.
Hey, April. I just came up with the best idea ever. How about we meet up and plan this out? We can work together and live in a nice apartment together with our kids.
What? Are you feeling okay?
That's a ridiculous idea. It's hard being a single mother these days, and living in San Diego is expensive. If we live together, we can easily take care of our kids. We would be able to save up our money living in a nice apartment together. Then later, we can buy a big house to live in with our kids. So please, it's a good idea. We can even share our money if one of us is struggling with something. So come on, let's live together.
No, thank you. I don't want to live with a woman who steals other people's husbands for money. I also hired an au pair for my daughter. She lives with us and uses one of the rooms in my apartment.
What?
Our living together won't work. It's not necessary. Maybe I can invite you over sometime. Or not. Sorry.
Wait, an au pair? What a lame excuse for us to not live together. And how can you even afford an au pair like that? Isn't that super expensive? Are you loaded with money or something?
Yeah, I'm pretty well off. I do it for my daughter because she needs someone around the house to take care of her while I'm working all day. My daughter can't just rely on anyone, so I got her a professional.
Ugh. Anyway, who cares if you hired someone? Please let me live with you. There's nowhere for me to escape. I have 2 unemployed husbands and kids. I need to get out of here.
That kind of life can't be that bad, right? It's a full house and an interesting situation.
What?
Well, I have work to do. No matter how many times you ask to live with me, I'll never say yes, so don't ask again.
Also, stop contacting me! You liar. There's no way you're making loads of cash by yourself. Wait, but aren't we friends? Isn't it great that we live in the same neighborhood now? It has to be fate. Pretty soon, I'm going to be broke. Please help me.
That's fine. I don't care. Bye. Enjoy your new life. I heard a rumor that Kelly's daughter doesn't like Simon very much and misses David. Kelly tried several times to get away from Simon, but she eventually gave in to his persistence. Later, they ended up getting married. They even had another kid. Maybe she ended up liking her new life after all. Good for her. Her dream of not working and becoming rich was brainwashing her. She became so cold-hearted because of it. Simon, of course, stays home to take care of the kids while Kelly works and makes all the money. I'm sure Simon really gets on Kelly's nerves. I mean, he has the personality of a child. I wonder what kind of work Kelly is doing these days to keep up with the bills. Maybe she has multiple jobs or something. Maybe she has to work nights, too. That sucks, but I find it funny thinking of all the possibilities. But I guess I don't really care. She's finally out of my life for good. 5 years ago, she stole my husband David, and now our daughter doesn't even remember her father's face. He was really the worst. He was so shocked about Rochelle saying that he started to finally pay child support again. He recently asked to come visit, but that's really up to Rochelle and how she feels about seeing him. I asked her, and she said she wasn't interested in meeting any more strange men. So in the end, they will not be seeing each other. It's my daughter's choice after all. Plus, I don't trust him. I also don't think she cares about him at all, but that's okay. We don't have to worry about seeing him again. We are happy living as we are. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.
Hey sis! Are you awake right now? I've got something really, really important to tell you! I bet you can't guess what I'm about to tell you. I just had such a great time with your fiancé. It was just so intense. I can't stop smiling right now.
What are you talking about?
We just got out of the hotel 30 minutes ago. We were only meant to see each other for a few hours yesterday night, but he kept wanting more. We ended up staying the whole night together.
I still don't get what you're talking about. Are you drunk?
You still don't get it? I've actually been seeing him for the past 3 months on the weekends. Did you not notice how he's not around on Saturday nights?
Are you serious right now? How could you do something like that? I'm so shocked.
I just couldn't stand you getting married before I do. It made me want to completely destroy your happiness, and it's been so satisfying.
Why did you need to do such a thing? We're family, aren't we? Who cares about who gets married first between us? It really doesn't matter at all.
Do you not remember what you did to me? When my real boyfriend dumped me for cheating on him, you brought your fiancé to our house. It was as if you were rubbing your happiness in my face. I was so miserable that day, and you made me feel even worse.
Wait, that's the reason you decided to take him from me?
You deserve it for making me feel terrible. I hated the way you were boasting about your fiancé right in front of me.
I didn't do anything like that. Even if I did, it still doesn't excuse what you did.
Well, anyway, it's time for you to break off your engagement with him now. How does it feel to have him stolen from you? You must be so shocked right now.
I can't believe you would do this to me. I bet Mom and Dad aren't going to believe me even if I tried telling them what you did. They're probably going to side with you anyway. They'd never believe how many guys you've slept with even if I told them because they think you're so innocent.
Of course they're going to side with me. I'm their favorite child after all. Mom and Dad still believe that I'm still that cute little innocent girl that's saving myself until I get married. I'm the cuter one out of the two of us, so I understand why they'd want to protect me and care for me more. You should just blame yourself for being born so ugly.
I've had enough of talking to you. I don't care anymore. Do whatever you want.
Oh, really? Are you sure you should be saying that?
I have better things to do than talk to you. Goodbye.
Hey, sis! It's been a while. Did you receive the wedding invite that I sent you? You need to RSVP to it. Have some manners.
Yeah, I received the wedding invite from you. What the hell is this? Why did you send me one?
I just told you. It's the invite to my wedding.
Who is this person that you're getting married to? I don't recognize the name at all.
Stop messing around with me. The name should be very familiar to you. How could you forget the name of your boyfriend?
My boyfriend? What are you talking about?
You didn't really think that you could hide him from me, did you? Although, I do kind of get why you're acting like you don't know him. You just don't want to face the reality, right? You had to break off your engagement because I stole him from you, and then I've also managed to take your next boyfriend from you as well. I was really surprised by how quickly you managed to find a new guy.
What in the world are you talking about? Have you really gone insane?
Oh, did you think that I would be getting married to your ex-fiancé? Is that why you're acting like this? I dumped that pathetic guy the very next day after telling you that I had stolen him. I would never sleep with a guy like that if I didn't have an important reason.
You really are a monster. Do you not have any morals?
Why should I feel bad about dumping him? We didn't sleep together because we fell in love. Well, at least I didn't. The only reason I slept with him was to end your engagement and make you feel miserable. I got what I wanted, so I had no use for him anymore.
I can't believe that you would sleep with someone for such a shallow reason.
The guy I stole from you this time around was actually really attractive and earned a good salary. That's why I decided to marry him.
You're so much crazier than I thought you were.
Don't talk to me like that just because you're jealous of me. You better attend my wedding, by the way. It's mandatory for you. I want to see you all upset and jealous of me.
Why the hell should I go to your wedding? I don't want to.
Especially after you said that. Let me just get this clear. I'm not jealous of you in any way. What? I've had enough of your lies. You're not going to come? Are you not happy that your sister is finally getting married? I can't believe how stuck up you are. Why should I be happy when you were the one that destroyed my engagement? If you don't want me to be happy, then I'm not going to be happy about you getting married. Why do you have to be like this? That's why we don't get along very well. It's so frustrating talking to you. Anyway, I am not attending your stupid wedding. You're just so boring. My boyfriend and his family really want to see you as well. I don't know what to tell them if you decide not to attend. If he wasn't your ex-boyfriend, then this wouldn't have been a problem. I could have just pretended that I was an only child. Why don't you just tell them that we really hate each other and don't want to see each other ever again? That's the truth, right? Well, they might think that I have a bad personality if I tell them that. His family doesn't know that I stole him from you. Well, it's true that you have a bad personality, and they probably deserve to know that. Also, I doubt that you're going to be able to keep that a secret forever. You better not tell them I stole him. I won't, don't worry. But I also feel like something bad is going to happen at your wedding, so I'm not going to go. Wait, don't be like that! Anyway, I've got to go now. Goodbye. Hello, sis. Tomorrow is the day of my wedding. Oh, I am so excited. I just can't stop smiling. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'm getting married to your boyfriend. Well, ex-boyfriend now, I guess. It's so satisfying getting married while also destroying your happiness completely. It's the best feeling in the world. I completely forgot about your wedding. It's tomorrow? Wow, time really flies these days. Trying to act so strong again. I bet you had the date written down in your calendar. I know that deep down you're so jealous of me. You were probably trying to think of ways to win him back from me, weren't you? You've lost 2 guys to me already. I would be so mad. I'm even getting married to one of those guys. This is just so satisfying. I've got to admit that you've become pretty good at choosing men. Your ex-boyfriend is just so attractive, and he earns $250,000 a year. He's like the definition of perfect. Thanks so much for finding him and giving him to me. I'm spending tonight in the bridal suite with him. The room is so huge and luxurious. Do you want me to send you pictures later? Sorry to ruin your mood, but my boyfriend is sitting next to me watching TV right now. What did you just say? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be calling him my boyfriend anymore. He's my husband now. You're joking, right? Your boyfriend is with me and we're getting married tomorrow. And wait, did you just say husband? You found another guy after I stole 2 of them from you? No, it's not like that. Unlike you, I'm not the kind of girl that can go from guy to guy without a break. I really treasure my relationships, and it usually takes me a while before moving on to the next person. Then why are you lying to me then? I stole your fiancé and your boyfriend. How are you able to get married already? You must have a pretty bad personality if you're lying just to make me feel bad. There's no way you got married before me. Why would I be lying to you? Then explain to me what the hell is going on right now! I don't want to go into the details, so I'll just tell you straight up. There was a huge misunderstanding between us, and you ended up stealing the wrong guy. A misunderstanding? Yeah, and it wasn't just once. It happened twice. What are you talking about? I actually haven't had any guy stolen from me by you. I managed to get married to my fiancé, and we're living together very happily. What are you saying? How could I have made a mistake both times? I knew who your fiancé was, so I planned it all out very carefully. There's no way that I got the wrong person. Well, that first person you stole was my husband's brother. His brother? I guess he's my brother-in-law now that I got married. He told me the other day that he had just gotten dumped by his girlfriend and couldn't contact her at all. I was kind of suspicious, so I asked him to show me a picture, and it was you. What the hell? You're just making this all up, right? I'm not making anything up. You made a mistake because you're so careless all the time. You only ever met my husband once, and you didn't even ask him what his name was. You just took a look at his face and walked off. That's probably why you got mixed up with his brother when you tried to flirt with him. How could I have made such a stupid mistake? I actually told him your side of the story, and he was absolutely furious once he found out you were just using him. He went straight to the gym to do some kickboxing right after I told him. I guess he needed to relieve some stress. Fine. I made a mistake when stealing your fiancé. I'll admit that. Then what about the second guy? Your boyfriend? The one that I'm getting married to tomorrow? Who the hell is he? I saw him coming in and out of your apartment room, so I thought that you had made a new boyfriend. That's why I flirted with him and slept with him. I thought that I didn't recognize the name of the groom on the wedding invite you sent me at first. But the name also sounded kind of familiar. After a while, I realized that it was the name of the guy living on the floor below me at my old apartment. Did you really just say the floor below? You're joking, right? I think that maybe you had the wrong room number for my apartment. The room I was living in was number 302. The guy that you're getting married to tomorrow lived in room 203. I can't believe this. Oh, and I moved to a new place already, so I don't live in that apartment anymore. No way. Please tell me that this is all a prank. You're getting back at me for stealing your boyfriends, right? Did I really make that big of a mistake? Yeah, you have. You probably should have paid more attention. Although you totally deserve this. What you tried to do was so horrible. I also won't forgive you for what you did to my brother-in-law. You better apologize to him. Anyway, I'm happy that I managed to get married to my fiancé without you stealing him from me. Why does this have to happen to me? Hey, sis. Hurry up and pick up the phone. I need to talk to you right now. What the hell did you do? What are you talking about? My boyfriend just broke up with me. He told me that he can't get married to a person like me. Well, that's pretty unfortunate. Would you act like you care? I'm your sister. Why is he not getting married to me? Explain it to me now. Why are you asking me this? Well, this obviously happened because you did something behind my back. I bet you made up some lies about me and told him. You really don't want me to become happy, do you? You're blaming me for this? How would I have done that? You called him or something. There's no way he would change his mind so suddenly. I've actually never talked to your boyfriend before. We lived in the same apartment, but we never really met. The only thing I knew about him was his name because of the nameplate on his room. I don't know his number, so I can't contact him at all. Then how did this all happen? Well, why don't you just ask him directly? Stop coming to blame me when I have nothing to do with it. Did you even listen to him at all? You probably only listened to his first sentence and then got mad and texted me, right? You really need to learn how to listen. Well, I thought he was maybe finished talking. I don't care. Go and sort this out by yourself. I have nothing to do with any of this. If you still want to talk to me, please do it after you've figured out what's happening. What should I do? Hey, would you be able to let me borrow $60,000? What did you just say? How is a regular employee like me supposed to have that kind of money? I don't have anywhere near that much saved up. Even if I did have that much, I wouldn't trust you with it. Well, then what am I supposed to do then? Does this have something to do with your wedding getting canceled? They found out that I was sleeping around with a few other guys. What? You were cheating on him too? Just how many guys do you have to sleep with to be satisfied? I even stopped sleeping with all of them a week before the wedding. I really did nothing wrong. You were cheating a week before your wedding? It's pretty obvious that you're in the wrong. Apparently, one of the guys I was sleeping with told my boyfriend everything. Now my boyfriend and his family are really upset with me and are telling me to pay for all the wedding fees, including the cancellation fees. Now I owe them around $60,000. That's pretty much what's happening. Well, that sounds pretty rough. I told Mom and Dad about all this, and they were disgusted for some reason. They treated me like I was a piece of trash. They said that they wouldn't be helping me out anymore. I'm surprised that they went that far considering how much they used to love you. I guess what you did was really just that terrible. You need to learn to control yourself around men. Please help me out, sis. I have no one else that I can depend on. Do you really expect me to help you out after what you did to me? What do you mean? Although you got the wrong person, you still tried to steal my fiancé from me. There's just no way I'd ever help you out. In fact, I'm kind of happy about how this all ended up. But you're the only person that I have left. I really have no one else. It's not just me that hates you, by the way. My husband feels the same way too. He's angry about how you treated his brother and just dumped him once you got what you wanted. Even if I wanted to help you, he wouldn't give me the permission. Well, that wasn't really my fault, you know. Anyway, I don't care what your husband thinks. What am I meant to do about the money I owe? Well, do what a normal person would do and find a job. Earn the money yourself. I have to earn it all myself? Yeah, pretty much. Although it might be difficult for you to find a good job considering you've been unemployed for so long. I imagine your resume is pretty much empty. What? I'm going to need a resume. You're saying that I have to find a job to work? I don't know how to do that. Well, you need to earn the $60,000. You don't really have a choice. No way! That's going to take me such a long time! My sister's dream was to get married to a rich guy so that she would never have to work. She was always very confident that she would make her dream come true, so she never worked a single job in her life. In fact, she would always look down on and make fun of people that worked hard to earn money for a living. Well, it looks like her dream is not going to happen after all. All the terrible things that she had done in the past few years all came back to ruin her life at once. She begged our parents for forgiveness one last time before giving up and running away. She also decided that she wasn't going to pay the money that she owes. For a while, she was finding guys on Instagram and asking them to let her stay at their place for a little while. She was moving around very often to try to stay under the radar. After a little while, she came to ask my brother-in-law for help for some reason. He tricked her by pretending that he forgave her and set up a trap. My sister was finally caught, and that was the end of her freedom. Currently, our family is closely monitoring her and made her start working at a factory to earn the money that she owes. It looks like it's going to be a very long, tough road ahead for her. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.
Hey, Chloe. I have something that I need to ask you. I was wondering if you and my brother could get out of our parents' house as soon as possible. The faster you get out, the better.
Hey, Mary. I'm not really sure that I'm understanding what you're asking me to do. You want me and Henry to get out of your parents' house?
I mean exactly what I just said. I'm actually pregnant right now. I'm planning on spending my pregnancy at a place where I feel comfortable and have people that I can ask for help.
You're pregnant? I didn't know about that. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much. I was planning on staying here during my pregnancy, but my husband had to go on a long trip for work all of a sudden. I don't really have many friends or people I can depend on in this town. I think I would be much more comfortable spending my pregnancy at home with my parents.
I guess that's true. I definitely think that you should be around people that you can trust during your pregnancy.
You agree with me too, right? I'm so glad that we think the same way. I'm sorry that you guys are already living at my parents' place, but would you guys be able to move out? I'm planning on staying there for a few months after I have my baby as well. Until I'm out of the house again, I want you guys gone. I'm about to go through the difficult phase of my pregnancy soon, so you and Henry need to get out the house. You guys have been married for a while now, so it's time to find your own place.
I'm still a little confused. It's great that you want to come home during your pregnancy, but why are you trying to kick us out the house? I think that it would be better for you anyway if there are more adults that can help and support you. Both me and Henry would be happy to help you out when you need us. I've been told that I'm a very caring person. I'm sure that I can be of help to you during your pregnancy.
It's really okay. I won't be needing either of your help. There's no way that I'm going to be letting you or Henry anywhere near me or my baby once she's born.
Why is that?
You guys are both so filthy and unhygienic. How could I risk the health of my precious baby by being close to you guys? I'd really prefer neither of you to help me out at all. In fact, I don't want you guys coming anywhere near me. What did you just say about us? You think that we're filthy and unhygienic? Are you really talking about me and Henry? Who else would I be talking about? Stop acting so dumb. Mum said that both Henry and you are still working at a factory. Yes, that is true. Do you have some kind of problem with that? Of course I have a problem with that. I think it's disgusting. Don't you have to spend the entire day in your sweaty and dirty uniforms making stuff? I think that you're over-exaggerating things a little. Just thinking about the conditions you guys are working in makes me sick. It must be the perfect place for bacteria to grow and spread. There's just no way I'm going to let people that are that dirty anywhere near me or my baby once she's born. To be completely honest, I don't want you guys to touch anything in the house. You're really exaggerating things, you know. Sure, we both do work at a factory, but it's not unhygienic at all. We both take care of our hygiene at home as well. We make sure to shower every day and keep the place clean. I think you don't understand what it's like working at a factory these days. I'm sorry if I offended you for telling the truth. Don't get so angry. What did you just say? I don't need to hear your excuses. I just need you and Henry to get out of my parents' house. Even my parents said that it's okay to tell you guys to leave. You and Henry don't get to choose if you're staying or not. Hold on before you get too carried away. Did your parents really agree to kick us out? They're on your side about all this? Of course they are. I've always been their favorite child. They listen to pretty much anything that I ask for because I'm the child that they're most proud of. They told me that they don't care if I kick you and Henry out the house. What is wrong with all of you? I can't believe you think it's okay to just kick us out the house all of a sudden. Well, believe it or not, it's happening. Now, could you please hurry up and find a new place to live? I want to come home as soon as possible. Hey, honey. I'm sorry to message you during work. We have something important that we need to talk about.
No problem at all. What's the matter? I thought that you had a day off today and went to watch a movie.
The movie was great, and I was having a pretty good day until Mary contacted me.
My sister got in touch with you. That's pretty unusual.
Did you know that she's pregnant right now? She told me that she's coming back home during her pregnancy.
What? Really? I didn't know about that at all. She never tells me anything. I'm happy for her, though. I hope she's doing well. I think that it would be good for her to come back home as well. We can all support her throughout her pregnancy. Let's think of what we can do to make things as comfortable as possible.
I was thinking the same thing. I would have been happy to help her out, but then she told me something else. She wants me and you to move out of the house. She doesn't want us around when she comes home.
She wants us out the house. Why? There's plenty of space.
She doesn't want us in the house while she's pregnant because she thinks that we are filthy and unhygienic. Her words. Once she has the baby, she doesn't want us to come anywhere close to her baby.
Did she really say that?
She believes that factory workers like us are really unhygienic and dirty.
What is wrong with her? Is she looking down on us just because we're both working at a factory?
I think so. She seems to have a pretty negative opinion of people that work at a factory.
I cannot believe her. You don't need to worry about any of this. Try to enjoy the rest of your day off. I'll talk to Mary about this after I finish work. I'll tell her that we're not moving out and not to bother coming back if she still feels the same way.
Henry, the problem is that your mum and dad have agreed to Mary's demand.
My parents agreed to this stupid idea.
I really don't want to continue living with your parents if everyone else doesn't want us there. How about we find a new place to live for just the two of us? I think that this would be a great opportunity for us to move out and start the next phase of our life together.
I'm so sorry that my family is like this, Chloe. I kind of forgot about it, but my parents have always listened to whatever Mary tells them. Mary was their favorite child by far, and they were always on her side. Even if me and her got in a fight, I would always be the one that gets punished.
I didn't know about that at all. I've lived with you and your parents for a while now and never noticed anything like that.
It's not been so obvious ever since she got married and moved away. In fact, they've been really kind to me ever since then. I think that they finally decided to show me some love once I was the only one left around them. It made me feel pretty happy knowing that they finally cared about me. But I guess things haven't really changed. Mary is still the favorite child. I'm pretty fed up with all of them. You're right. To hell with them. Let's find a new place for just the two of us.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. The thing that shocked me the most is how she mocked both of us for working in a factory. We both love our jobs right now and take pride in what we do.
I agree with you completely. I can't believe she said that. We only decided to live with my parents after we got married because they begged us to live with them. If they don't want us around anymore, then I'm more than happy to move out.
I'm getting kind of excited to move out now. We've managed to save up a decent amount too because we lived at your parents' place. I'm sure we can afford a nice place for us to live together. I'm going to go to a real estate agent later and start looking for a place for us to live.
Sounds good. I hope that we find a nice place to live. Let's not bother telling my parents about this because they might be annoying about it.
I can't believe that you still haven't moved out after I talked to you. Why do you guys have to keep getting in my way? I thought I'd help you guys out by moving all of your crap into the yard. Once you and Henry are done with work, come and collect all your stuff before we call the dump to come collect it. And don't ever bother coming inside again after you get your stuff. I don't want either of your germs anywhere near me. What did you just say? Did you really move our stuff outside the house? I didn't think that you would be moving back this quickly. I just came home earlier today. I was getting bored staying at my apartment by myself, so I decided to come home earlier than I had planned. Mum and Dad were desperate to see me and kept telling me to hurry up and come home. I still think that you came home way too early. It's only been 2 weeks since you told us to move out. Too early? 2 weeks is a long time, you know. That should be more than enough time for you to find a new place to live. If you still haven't found a place to live, then that's because you've been lazy. Although, I guess it might be too difficult of a task for factory workers like you guys. Smart people like me would be able to find somewhere to live in no time. Are you really making fun of us for working at a factory? Of course I am. Factory work is like the very bottom of our society, right? Only the dumbest of people would work at a factory. I guess you guys weren't able to find a regular job, so that's why you're both working at a factory. I feel sorry for both of you for being so dumb and getting a miserable salary. I've had enough of this. Please shut up right now. Both me and Henry are proud of the work that we do. We were the ones that chose to work here. I think it's very wrong of you to judge people based on where they're working. Why do you get to decide the social status of people working at a factory? It's not just my opinion. It's the truth. As a future parent, I have to protect my baby from idiots like you and my brother. I don't want to raise my baby with bad influences like you guys around. I'd be so shocked if my own child turned into a factory worker. What the hell did you just say? Well, I've already explained to you why you guys need to get out the house. Hurry up and come get all your stuff. I was kind enough to leave it all in a neat pile for you. All you have to do is pick it up and move it to your new place. Nice and easy, right? Even idiots like you should be able to manage. Where do you expect us to move all of our stuff after we collect it? Me and my husband haven't even decided on a new place to live yet. Why the hell would I care about where you take your stuff? Go and live in the park or somewhere if you still haven't found a place to live after all this time. I think the park might actually suit you guys, by the way. There's probably going to be a bunch of homeless people that are just as dirty as you guys. You'll both fit right in. As long as both of you aren't anywhere near me, then I don't care where you guys live. Sounds like you really want us out the house. Fine by me. We're moving out today. You finally understand. Thank you. I wouldn't be able to stand living with someone like you anyway. I'm getting so tired and frustrated just talking to you like this. We were planning on finalizing the contract for our new place this weekend anyway. We'll find a hotel in town until we can move into our new place. Oh, so you guys did manage to find a new place to move into. I bet that you guys are moving into a rusty old apartment that's falling apart. Why do you think that we would be moving to a place like that? We're planning to move into a high-rise condo that we've been dreaming to get for a while. What did you just say? We thought about getting a house with a huge garden, but both of us don't really like insects or gardening that much. That's why we decided to get a high-rise condo with a really nice view instead. Henry really loved the view of the condo when we went to take a look. Whoa, hold on a minute. What are you talking about? Why are you joking about getting a high-rise condo? Do you know how expensive they are? You do know that the second floor of a building doesn't count as a high-rise condo. We're planning to move to a condo on the 30th floor in the center of the city. Do you think it's okay for me to call it a high-rise condo? What did you say? The 30th floor? You've got to be lying. How the hell could you and Henry afford a place like that? You guys are just factory workers. Your salary is basically the minimum wage. I keep telling you to stop making assumptions. Both me and Henry get a decent salary for working full-time. Henry has got promoted many times, and right now he is the manager of the factory he is working at. He earns more than enough to support an entire family, but I enjoy my job and I work full-time as well. I think together we earn more than the average family. Since when did he become the manager of a factory? My little brother Henry is a manager? I cannot believe it. He has been for a while now, actually. It's not like he owns the company, though. He's just been asked by the boss to run one of the factories as a manager. He does get paid very well, though, compared to a regular factory worker. That's why we are able to afford to move into a high-rise condo. You've got to be lying to me. I haven't heard anything like that from my parents at all. They told me that both you and Henry are just factory workers. I thought you guys were only paying for half the living costs while living at my parents' house. Isn't it because you couldn't afford to pay them rent? We never talked about our job to your parents at all. Henry and I both work at the same place, so we decided not to talk about work at home. I don't think we needed to pay for more than half the living expenses just because we earned a lot. I was doing most of the housework anyway, so I don't think we had an obligation to pay rent either. Your parents told us at the beginning to just pay for half the living costs, so we listened to them. You guys were lying to my parents! Say what you want. We're moving out and we won't have to talk to you anymore. We'll come and get our stuff once we finish work. I've got to get back to work now. Goodbye.
Sorry I took so long. I just finished cutting ties with my parents, so I'll come and meet up with you. I'm pretty tired, so let's eat out for dinner today.
No problem at all. Are you okay? Did your parents or Mary say anything to you?
They were being dramatic and talking nonsense, so I just ignored everything that they said to me. You don't have to talk to them ever again, Chloe. They're crazy people that we shouldn't have to deal with. You can block all of them as well.
Okay, I'll do that right away. Were you really okay with cutting ties with your family completely?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. You don't have to worry about it all. I do wish my parents loved me a little more, but this is all for the best. I've always known that they only cared about my sister, and I've realised there's nothing that I can do to change that. I have you, and I know that we love each other, so I don't need my family anymore.
Well, as long as you don't have any regrets.
My parents are probably going to contact me once my sister leaves the house again, but I'll make sure to ignore them this time around. I'm tired of being part of that family. Time to move on.
Let's go and eat something nice today to celebrate the start of a new chapter in our life. You're finally free from your evil family, and we're about to move into our dream home. We can go eat whatever you want. I'll pay for dinner today.
Are you sure? Thanks so much.
No worries at all. You had a rough day today. I'll meet you at the station and we can grab a drink before we go to dinner. Chloe, I need your help right now. Please don't just ignore me. It's an emergency. Henry is ignoring me, so you're the only person that I can depend on. What do you want from me? Why are you contacting all of a sudden? We left the house like you told us to. We listened to your demands, so please stop involving us in your life. We don't want to be part of it. I'm really sorry about what I said to you all the time. I really regret it, and I'll apologize to you guys later. Would you please just listen to what I have to say first? I'm in a really difficult situation right now, but it's not something that I can just tell to anybody. You're the only one that can help me out right now, Chloe. What is wrong with you? Could you just hurry up and tell me what the problem is? I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, let me explain. I finally managed to give birth to my baby last week. It was a healthy boy and he weighed just over 7 pounds. Well, congratulations for that. What's the problem though? It seems like some happy news. What are you talking about? I still haven't told you the bad news. The baby is very light. What do you mean? 7 pounds is pretty normal baby weight, I thought. Or are you saying the skin colour is light? That's exactly what I'm saying. And he's got blonde hair as well. There's no way that I can show my husband this baby. Why not? You gave birth to him, right? You wouldn't guess by looking at me, but there's blonde hair in my family as well. Probably just a recessive gene that you didn't know was in both of your families. No, that would be nice if it was the case, but no. Or are you telling me that you know exactly what the explanation is for what's happening? I'm guessing there was another man involved. One with blonde hair? Yeah, that's basically what happened. I really thought the baby was my husband's, though. I only slept with the other guy once when I was really drunk. I really didn't think that something like this could happen. I'm just lost for words. I am not going to do anything to get you out of this mess. Please stop involving me in your problems. This is only happening because of what you did, so you need to take responsibility for it. Don't be so mean! Your sister-in-law is in trouble. You need to help out. Don't just ignore me and do something to help me. We're pretty much family, you know. There really is nothing I can do to help you. Actually, there is something that you can do to help. It's something that I can only ask you guys. What is it? I want to give my baby to you guys. I'm going to tell my husband that unfortunately our child was stillborn. So I'm begging you guys, would you please adopt this kid and raise him as your child? Are you crazy? You and Henry don't have a child, right? I think that it's a perfect gift for you guys. You guys must be pretty pale from being cooped up in a factory every day, and you already said you've got blonde genes in you. Turns out we do too. My child would fit right in with you guys. Stop talking nonsense. I cannot believe what you are asking. What is the matter with you? Do you not have any morals? What you are suggesting is terrible in so many ways. But there's no other way to solve this problem without me getting in trouble. I can't let my husband know about any of this. I also can't just leave my child somewhere and forget about him. You guys said that you earn a good salary and have some financial freedom. The living expenses of one child isn't going to be that much. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't involve us in your problems. If you're not going to tell your husband the truth, we will do it for you. Henry is right by my side getting ready to contact your husband right now. What did you just say? Please don't contact my husband. I'm begging you. He is really busy right now because of his business trip anyway. So please don't tell him anything that might cause him even more stress. Too late for that. Your husband is heading back right this moment. It looks like you guys can talk about it by yourselves. I'm glad things are going to get sorted out very quickly. Wait, is he really coming to talk to me? Well, I hope that you guys can get this all sorted out. Henry and I have cut ties with you all, so please don't contact us ever again. I've got to get going now. Goodbye, Mary. Mary's husband arrived at their house as soon as he could. I heard that they got divorced a couple of days after that. Mary decided to stay and live with her parents and her child. Mary didn't have any savings, so her parents are having to take care of her and her child. Although Mary had always been their favorite child, they have started to get tired of looking after her. And after finding out that Mary had an affair, even her parents started to distance themselves from her. I heard that they don't really get along that well anymore. Henry and I are living a peaceful and happy life in our new apartment. Henry's parents have tried to get in contact with us to apologize, but we have decided to ignore them completely. Thanks for watching! If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.